Thank you, Elizabeth. With the first Republican presidential debate this Thursday, Republican frontrunner Donald Trump sounds like he's lowering expectations.
That's all these guys do. They debate. They don't do anything, but they debate every night. They go in a debate with somebody. You know, I haven't done that, but I think I'll do fine, and I look forward to it, actually.
And as we all do, with the billionaire businessman expected to take center stage, are we experiencing the Trump revolution? Joining us right now is Fox News legal analyst Peter Johnson Jr. What do you mean?
Good morning. Yeah, there
revolution.
is a Trump revolution. There's a lot of Americans who are saying, I want to see him return that ball from the 10-yard line and go another 90 yards, breaking the tackles of big business, big media, big politics.
Yep.
All of those people want him to fail and crash and burn big time. And so a lot of Americans say, and we heard this time and time again from a lot of pundits, they're really saying, hey, we're sick and tired of it. We want someone who's going to stand up and someone who's big enough not to get crushed by the same interests that are crushing us in America. And so they see that in Trump. They're not even quite sure what he stands for. So on some issues, on veterans, on immigration, on a couple of issues, but they're saying this is refreshing. And so there's a new paradigm. He doesn't have the naivete or the innocence of Mr. Smith. Remember Jimmy Stewart and Mr. Smith goes to Washington? He goes to Washington and he busts open the United States Senate. They're saying, will Donald Trump go and bust open the White House in a way that's really important for America's future? And so whether you like him or you don't like him, you need to take him seriously, because there's a lot of these so-called pundits on TV and say, well, he can't win. Well, 16 of these Republicans can't win. There's only going to be one nominee.
Right.
So you say, well, he can't win. We can't take him seriously. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Well, it's because it's the conventional wisdom. A guy like him who didn't go to politician school couldn't possibly wind up being the nominee.
And so there'll be character assassination. So we read yesterday, I read in some story the other day, that he's the new Senator Joe McCarthy, or somehow he's Howard Beale in Network.
Right.
I think the Mr. Smith comparison is better because there's a freshness to him. There's also an Augustinian quality to him. Now, St. Augustine, he was kind of a bad guy. He turned his life around. Not that Donald Trump's a bad guy, but he says he was a corrupter and he was corrupted. He was basically corrupting, not in a criminal way, politicians, part of the game, giving money out, having them at my wedding, have them here, have them there.
Sure.
He's saying, I know how that works. And I'm done with that, and I want to change things in this country. I don't know whether he can win or whether he can lose or what's going to happen, but there's something to be learned for Democrats and Republicans.
Right.
In this debate, Trump needs to be himself. He needs to be Donald Trump for whatever that is, good and bad. The moment he begins to sound like a politician, gives these kind of wishy-washy answers, these kind of Weasley words, then he loses the 20% that he has. If Trump is Trump, if he's the marketer, if he's the thinker, if he's the repetitor, he loves to repeat things. People understand it when you repeat it time and time again.
Right.
Then he'll do very, very well in this debate.
Ultimately, this coming Friday morning, after the debate the night before, we're going to be looking at the sound bites.
Yes.
You know, the sound bites of the debate. And invariably, you know Donald Trump is going to... He's going to have some gems. I mean, the other candidates will as well.
They'll insult him, and he'll insult him back. But more importantly, what will he say about the future of this country? How do you make America great again? That's the test for all of these incredibly good candidates. There's an incredibly good field. Will he be able to motivate them? Will they be able to motivate him? Do they all make the dialogue better? That's what we're hoping for on this debate.
All right. Comparing Donald Trump to Mr. Smith goes to Washington.
In some ways.
Yeah. All right. Peter Johnson, thank you very much.
Okay.